G'day Scrappers, Menace here with another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and in today's episode I want to do a bit of work with sort of player transportation and mucking around with this design that Armitage and I happened to pick up and kind of discover in one of our old roller coaster videos that we did. Now before we do get into this, I want to discuss a few of the awesome submissions I got over on Twitter, and this first one is from my friend TG. This guy, he did submit some more pictures. He's the guy that submitted the helicopters in the last video. He has got a few more images, and this is of his crane. Now let me tell you, this crane is pretty cool. I really actually think this is a good design. He's got a lot of wheels on it, and as you can see from this picture here, it all folds up nicely, and then here you can see it all laid out just like an actual functioning crane. That is so cool. And then the next picture we've got here is from another guy that I've discussed here before. His name is Dal Dantil, I'm sorry. He is a YouTuber, and I've linked his channel before. You should check him out. He's a good bloke, and this is his DeLorean. And now it's pretty cool. He's got a video on the DeLorean, and that's what he says is his favorite creation that he's made. And I tell you what, that's pretty cool as well. Then I've got a submission from Callum Hulson, or Elemental 909, and he sends me his semi-trailer. Now that fits pretty well in with a video that I've got coming up, but this semi-trailer is really well done, dude. I like the look of it. It's even got a detachable trailer. It's super cool. Check that out, guys. And even from the back, you can load up stuff inside. That's really, really awesome. Nice work, Callum. And then over here, I've got one more to show you, is his own Ferris wheel design. So we've done a Ferris wheel as well, obviously with our with our amusement park, but here is his take on the Ferris wheel. This is Nils Weidinger. I think I'm saying that right, but dude, that's a really cool design. You've got full-on cages for your Ferris wheel, and it looks like you're using engines to move yours, which is pretty cool. Thank you all so much for your submissions. If you guys have some Scrap Mechanic creations you want to see featured on the channel, please send me a tweet at Menace_plays on the Twitter there, and I'll give you a bit of a shout out. There's some really good designs there. So back into the game now. If you're unfamiliar with this little player launcher that Armitage and I came across, it's pretty simple design. All it is a big wheel like this rotating next to a platform. We turn the engine up like this, and then we just simply, boom, we get launched so far. Now I'm going to mess around with another design over here, but you can also improve this by actually running and jumping at the correct time. So I'll show you. Let's go. This is just holding W. We'll put a marker here, right? That's our marker. And we should be able to beat this if I can actually get the jump and the sprint at the right time. So let's do this. Not really. I think that's pretty much it. Let's keep trying. We'll do it a few times because I know for sure that the distance does vary most of the time. Well, I can beat it by just a little bit. What I did envision was having multiple of these around a map, and you could just sort of skate across them. How cool would that be? But unfortunately, even though we're just pushing W now, see, we fell short from before, so it's not really 100% accurate, but let's try out, let's turn this off now. I don't know how this video is going to turn out. I'm just experimenting with these mechanics a little bit. Now, obviously, since this is a larger object than our wheels here, there is actually a higher speed happening on the outside here, so we should be able to get, technically, a better distance just by holding W. Or at least a better height. That's very interesting. We got much better height out of that. Wouldn't you agree? I would agree. What I was thinking though is using this mechanic in sort of a way that you could do player transportation. Oh wow, that was actually considerable amount further. That was sprinting, so you do get a little bit more speed out of these. So what I'm thinking, and we're just going to experiment, this is a quick, probably going to be a very quick video regardless. What I might do is we'll spread this out a little bit more. We'll see, I need to get how many wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 5, and then here, this should be good. And then we'll put I think it should be there. Like that. Nope. Needs to be one back. Like that. And we can just hook this up here. Rotating the right direction. Turn it all the way up. There you go, buddy. And then we can pretty much, if I could actually get a nice platform going. Come on, computer. Oh, inside that block. We can do the same thing over here. So I'm thinking, right, is we sort of have these staggered, but we have them at head height. So from here, we'll turn this down. Probably easy to put a switch on at this point. We'll make this extend out pretty far. I don't know how it's going to work. Like I said, this is just a bit of experimentation that that we could do. After this, actually, what we might do is also discuss the spring suspension bug. There's a lot of people have been asking, like, how do you do it? How does it work? And I think that'd be a good idea if we covered that little bit at the end of this video as well, because I don't think I'm going to be here for very long, which is fine. And let's do that, which is cool. All right. So what I want to create is sort of a tunnel. So we're going to put maybe like staggered here. Put this in. It's probably going to need to be a lot taller than that. Now that I think about it, this is just a platform to stand on. Get away from you. Like this. Boom, we can hit our head on that. I think that'd be pretty good height. So I'll build a few of these. These will be staggered back and forth. And what I'm trying to create is like a tunnel that we can use for fast player sort of escalators or I don't know what we call it. Just fast player transportation is what I want. Anyway, well, I'll give this a crack. I'll do maybe like as far as I can go here, and then I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, so I've got this all hooked up. We're going to have to actually, we'll put an engine on each side, to be honest. There's probably going to need to be a few of them. Make sure that all the bearings are going in the right direction. You can come back this way. We're going to put some more engines on here, though. I'll put one up top. Hey, wrong spot. Engine there. Hook you up. Hey, connect up. Yep, going the right way. Sweet. And then we'll put you on the other side. And then we're just going to see if this is actually going to work. And then hopefully we can make it as long as we've got this platform anyway. These need to be rotated, by the way. Over there. And then it's probably going to be the same issue here. We need to rotate you and then put you down as well. Put another one here. And then one more over here. So let's turn all of them up. This might actually cause a bit of lag once they're all spooled up. We should probably hook them all up to switches, right? That will make my life a lot easier. So this is what we're going to try. Oop, that one there is not exactly in the right spot. Let's see. Okay, that didn't quite work as well as planned. Maybe if I'm sprinting. Yeah, not as good as I'd hoped, you know. Maybe if we just made like a big line of them. Not worry about these top ones. Maybe if we just made them so like you're sort of skipping along. I think that'd be pretty cool, actually. Let's do that. I've moved all that stuff, so that didn't work out, which is fine. We'll put a switcheroo. Hello, switches. There you are. We'll put one on here. Turn you on. All the way up. You can go there too. Switch it around. What I'm thinking, maybe instead of doing like a big old tunnel of them, what if I just sort of built more here? So this is fairly in line, I think. That's too high, I think. Needs to be a little more like that. Sweet. And we can just run this across here. Oi! Thank you. Is this far enough out? Nope. Needs to be one in. Or two in. Two in and one down. Like this. Cool. And then maybe we could just put another couple in for good measure, you know? We'll see if we can get this to sort of bounce. From my last attempt at this, it didn't work. So, we'll see, right? And then the same over here. Just put that there. It doesn't really matter how it all looks. It's in the wrong spot. One block under here, and then we're good to go. Then we need to put an engine on. Engine, hello. There we go. Good. And then that's the wrong... Well, I should not have done that. And then we can do this. And we just turn this all the way up also. Let's see if we can get a double bounce going on here. And this could be a really good method of getting around your world if you do decide to build something large in Scrap Mechanic. Interesting. Maybe if I do a bit of a jump, we could get it. I guess it's all about the right angle, you know? Like the right angle that you're going to hit it at. Maybe it could be like a jump, run type thing. Alright, yeah, I think that's going to have to happen like that. So I'll remove all this and I'll show you what I mean. This is hopefully going to work. All I need to do is hold shift and forward. And then we should land on this platform. Ooh, did you see the bounce? That's very weird. Maybe if I just hold forward and we can sort of run into them. We can just sort of really easily travel around the map by pressing W. Dude, that doesn't even make it if I don't hold shift, alright. Maybe the bounce is being caused by the player falling through the block when I land on this thing. So you could do that, which is cool. Anyway, that's kind of a failure. I mean, that could work. Maybe if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments below. But what we'll do is remove this because it's super loud. And we'll make a structure explaining the suspension bug really quickly. So we can put this in here. We'll remove all this. And the suspension bug, I guess, is best explained using the steering column, alright? To recreate this, you're going to need the suspension. Alright, so we pop down a block on a bearing just like that. So this is to turn left and right, I guess you could say. And then, okay, what we need to do is put the suspension on to the bearing like that. Then pop a block on the end of your suspension. Now, this is the important part. Make sure you connect 2 guiding blocks or even more. I like to go a bit more because the suspension does compress and kind of pop out. All right. So what we've got here is this block connected to this suspension, and this is all free in here. What will happen is this will turn and compress the spring, causing a bug where the spring will generate some momentum. So all we need to do now that we've got this hooked up to our driver's seat is turn left and right, and you can see it creates a lot of very strange force on our structure. And this is what I've used throughout the I'm like breakdancing throughout my amusement park world, very much so, and most of my creations. So you can see there's a lot of force generated here, especially by the steering wheel. You can also do the same thing with controllers. You could put a controller down, and then we could we'll do that. We'll do that very quickly. Put a controller on here, and we'll just remove that. Put you on there. Right, and then we'll hook all this up. Then you just turn this like 60 degrees, and this is going to go. Oh, it popped out. So that can happen as well. That's too many degrees. That's why. So you need to turn this down to like 15. Put it on the block, and then off we go. And it generates its own sort of momentum, which is cool. But anyway, that's it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed mucking around with me and those awesome creations. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter if you have not already. Send me some screenshots. Hit that like button. Show some support for the Scrap Mechanic. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.